Hey friends, this is my second attempt at recording part 2 of my July 5th USA visit video. Yesterday I thought, oh, a typhoon came through the day before and it was very, very comfortable at 10-something a.m. It wasn't hot, it wasn't sunny, it was a little overcast, it wasn't raining anymore. We had some sprinkly rain 2 days ago for a couple hours or whatever. And I thought, I'm going to record outdoors. That was a good idea, and it turned out to be a big mistake because even though it wasn't particularly windy, there was enough breeze to make the audio very frustratingly annoying. You wouldn't be able to watch that. Maybe I'll give you a little clip of it so you can get the idea here at the end. That didn't work. The main point of part 2, okay, part 1 was Ken and I went shooting, and then part 2 would be mostly Tim Keener and then Bird Nest. Yes, there's a guy named Bird Nest. And I made that name up. If you don't want a nickname to stick with you for the rest of your life, you better stay away from me. I don't know why I have this skill. I make up nicknames for people and they have it forever. All right, anyway. So, like I said last time, Tim and Ken were kind of like trying to be polite or something. I don't know. Ken said, well, I don't want to be a third wheel if you're hanging out with Tim. And Tim said, you know, what's wrong with Ken? Why doesn't he want to hang out with me just because he doesn't know me all that well? I was like, will you guys stop trying to be polite and just hang out and have fun? All right, so we did. And we had a good time. Tim came with his son, Anthony, whom I've met before, talking on Skype to say happy birthday. Seemed Tim and Ken were cool together and everything was fun. And our goal was to visit Bird Nest. Now Bird Nest lives in, oh come on, what is that place? Northwest of Columbus. There's a place that begins with D. What is that? Delaware. He lives in Delaware, Ohio. So it sort of made sense that Tim and Ken and I and Anthony could take 161 and go west to northeast Columbus, and then Bird Nest could come down, and we met at a place that's really cool called Easton. E-A-S-T-O-N. Now this place has a lot of restaurants and you know, stores, shops there. It's like an outdoor mall, if you want to think of it that way. We looked at the map and there was a Mexican buffet, all you can eat, and I thought, yeah, I don't know about that. But there was another restaurant called Abuelitos. Now, abuelita, I think, means grandmother in Espanol, in Spanish. So I'm guessing with the O ending, it must mean grandfather. Somebody please check that. I don't know. So we went there, and I walked in, and this is kind of weird. When I'm speaking English to friends and family, I have no problem at all. But when I go to a store or need to talk to someone kind of formally, it's really, really hard not to speak Chinese because I'm just so used to it. So I went in there and I was thinking, Liu Wei. And I'm like, wait a minute, how do you say that? Party of six, you know? And yes, this is Liu. This is Chinese for number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 is this one. All right, so I went in there and before I actually said anything, there was a nice gentleman next to the counter. He was a little bit heavy set and facial hair. And I turned around and said, "Hey, is Bird Nest coming?" And then everybody says, "He's right behind you." And I'm like, "Oh, Bird Nest." Didn't recognize him at first. All right, so that was fun. So Bird Nest's wife wasn't able to come, but he brought his daughter, who seemed kind of afraid of, strangers. So she didn't seem very happy most of the time. Everybody ordered these huge plates of various things called, grand or something. And then one item on the grand was chicken enchilada. And I don't know why, I just am kind of turned off by chicken. I just don't like chicken that much. I don't hate it, I'll still eat it, but I thought, I want to, individually order my enchiladas. So I got beef and pork enchiladas. And various other things. I think there was some kind of salad with it too, I forgot. Then Ken went home because he didn't want to drive after dark because he was wearing his glasses instead of his contacts, which makes a difference somehow. And then Tim took me home and we hung out for a few minutes, and then he went back to the hotel he had reserved in Reynoldsburg. Both of us don't know why he thought that I lived in Reynoldsburg, but anyway, he had a hotel rented there, or arranged or whatever. So then I got home. I crashed at like 10:30. I was really, I don't know whether it was time difference or whatever. I just thought, okay, 10:30, nothing to do, I'm gonna crash. So my cousin Dallas Eli was sleeping on the couch in the basement. And then I woke up at 1:51 a.m., I remember, and something looked wrong. I thought, why is the light on for the basement stairs? That normally would be turned off. And then I looked, and there was a blanket, and Dallas was gone. And then I looked, and his suitcase was gone too. So I went upstairs and peeked outside and, didn't see anything particularly interesting. And went back downstairs. I didn't turn the light off because I thought there must be some reason why it's on. And then very soon after I got downstairs, the light went off. So my mom must have been up and about upstairs. I was in the basement. About 3:30 a.m., Dallas appeared on Messenger, and it said inactive for 1 minute, or active 1 minute ago, or whatever it says. And so I sent a message and like, where did you go, man? And he said that my aunt, his mom, had to have emergency surgery. So the three Eli kids left. And so I guess Brenda poked her head into my sister's bedroom, was like, we have to go. And then they figured that they have to evacuate Dallas from the Riggs house, our house, without waking me up or Aunt Judy, who's my mom to them. And they did, because it didn't wake me up. I happened to wake up, 15 minutes later. And then sometime during the night I was up and I poked my head into the upstairs. I thought I heard my mom walking around, and I poked my head into the upstairs and was like, no, there's no lights on. So I closed the door, and then immediately she opened the door right behind me and then started telling me the Eli story. And I was like, yep, Dallas already told me. Kind of a rough week. A death on Wednesday. Ken probably won't be able to come tomorrow for Mom's 80th birthday because the funeral. And then Friday night, July 5th, the Elis had to leave. It's a good thing that they actually did come a day early, otherwise they'd be in Ohio for like 2 or 3 hours and then, oops, we've got to leave again. So I guess that worked out okay. There it is, friends. There's the end of July 5th and the beginning of July 6th, which will be my mom's 80th birthday party. And there were a lot of people there. A lot of people showed up. Okay. Good thing there's no wind noise here. Maybe I'll throw in a clip or two of the awful wind noise so you realize that, yeah, you wouldn't want to see that. All right, take care and be safe out there, friends. There's going to be kind of a lot of fun in this one. I think maybe you're tired of my kitchen door as a backdrop for these videos, so really nice day today. Looks like it might rain a little bit, but oh well. Anyway, a typhoon passed Taiwan yesterday and didn't really do much. I suddenly changed my voice to redneck just to see what he would do. So I was like, okay, maybe you can sit in the passenger seat, I will drive, and then we can probably get a couple of guitars there in the back. And he went, phew! He kind of laughed. Later we became good buddies, and I chose this place. I don't know why I had the right to choose the restaurant when they seem to know everything better than I do. But that's what I chose. Now, going in there was a little... Tim took me home. Ken Chang went directly home because he was worried about his contacts or eyes or something about, being after dark.